And what will the National Party have to do? Well, I think the National Party have to get back to their roots. They've got to take care of farmers. They've got to take care of our provincial and rural communities. Or they are going to have a continued revolution from groups like Groundswell. And Groundswell, of course, I would say they were the more radical arm. They were like a radical federated farmers, and they made a lot of noise and got a lot of support in the run-up to this election, and undoubtedly had an influence in the outcome of this election. From Groundswell, New Zealand, we're now joined by Bryce McKenzie. Bryce, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Sean.
Well, probably the result you wanted, right, on Saturday night?
I guess time's going to tell, but yes, it was far better than a lot of the other options. I've got to agree. We couldn't have stood another 3 years of the present regime, so I'm pretty pleased that we've got change.
Yeah, and as I said, I think your organisation was part of that push for change, and the frustration that was expressed through your membership with a less aggressive or a more kind of acquiescent take from federated farmers. You basically said farmers are going to stand up, and you got on your tractors and you made a lot of noise, didn't you?
Yeah, we did, Sean, and I mean, it's probably just a sign of the times. We see anti-farming lobby groups that make a lot of noise. They get out there and they beat the drums all the time and say how bad farming is for our environment and how bad it is for just basically air, for everything. And they make a lot of noise. So it was getting to the point where somebody had to actually counteract what they were doing, because they were reaching a lot of people also. Slightly misinformed as they are, they still managed to meet a lot of get to a lot of people.
Yeah. What is it that you want now? What would be the one or two policies you are looking for from a new government in this first 100 days? Bryce?
Well, look, there's a number of them, and the new Environment and Build Act is having an effect on everything, or will in its present form. It has got to be revisited for a start. And I see that Andrew Hoggard has probably put it on top of his list, because that just leads to so many things that make it hard for people to produce food. So I hope that they'll have a good look at that. And then, of course, you've got to get into the National Policy Statement on fresh water, which is sets your land classifications. So people are restricted to only go down a classification. They can't go up, which... I mean, there's probably not a lot wrong with that, but it still takes away people's opportunity to choose what they want to do with their land. And, of course, you've got the SNAs as another one, site significant to Māori. Our local council down here in Gore couldn't be bothered going out mapping it, so they just designated the whole Gore area as site significant to Māori. And you've got things like this going on, Sean.
Bryce, I guess there might be the temptation, we changed the government, let's pack up our golf balls and our tractors and go home. You sound like you might be waiting a bit to see if the proof of this pudding is in the eating, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure, Sean. Yeah, I mean, it's all very well saying, oh, good, that's job done, but the job's not done because nothing actually has changed yet. And, there's the stuff that's coming through now through the regional councils is quite horrendous. The Otago Regional Council's got some very, very strict points that they're trying to push now, even to the point where they want farmers to fence off waterways that are over 1 metre wide, a 10-metre buffer, Sean, a 10-metre. That's massive. So there's all these things that are still in the pipeline, and how long it takes to get some of this turned back to where it's actually reasonable again, who would know how long that's going to take?